Welcome back to Vaguely Adults, where you have two vaguely looking adults talking about vaguely adult things. I'm one of your hosts, Sarana, and...
I'm Shirley. Hi. Hello.
Oh, she's back, guys. She's back! And this week, we just wanted to bring light that there is a lot of very awful things going on in the world, and we really do encourage you to take your time and read up on the news, find viable sources. We ourselves are still getting acquainted with what's going on and educating ourselves, so we don't want to go out on a limb and say anything definitive, but just know that the world's in a really bad spot right now, and we need all the help, all the education that we can get right now. So, that being said, we're just gonna catch up, have a nice little chat, take a little walk down memory lane as we always do, and talk about some stonks today.
Some stonks.
So how are you?
Well, as you have seen from my lack of appearance in the last couple weeks, my life has been a little hectic. I did do a cute little catch up not too long ago, the episode before last. Not much has changed since then. My life has just been a little hectic. Work has been a little crazy, but it's finally starting to find its rhythm, so I'm back this week. I don't want to jinx it, I'm knocking on all the wood that my life stays in this rhythm and not spiking, because I can definitely see how some of the things that are happening right now can not go the right way, but let's just send good vibe. But yeah, other than that, it hasn't been anything crazy. We got someone new at work, but I've worked with him before, so it's nice. I already know how he works, he knows how I work, but now he's in a new position, new role, so happy for him. But yeah, other than that, work has been a little crazy. Work is about to get a lot crazier now with Cuomo opening the city back up and CDC telling people that it's a-okay to be mask-free outside. I've already seen a lot of backlash on people who are forgetting their mask, and then they come in and they're like, oh my god, I forgot my mask because I don't have to wear it outside anymore. People pulling the vaccine card a lot more. Well, I'm fully vaccinated, so my favorite was the man who called me young lady. I think it was young lady, I'm vaccinated, and I was like I'm not. But this was way back before I was. And yes, I'm coming up on week 1, almost week 2 post second dose this Saturday. So I'm excited to be obnoxious and be like, well, I'm actually fully vaccinated. So
yeah, that's pretty big. We both got our second shots, and we had very varying side effects to it. Yeah. You almost had none, right?
I had none other than soreness and fatigue.
Oh, you also got Pfizer and I got Moderna. So
yes.
Slight distinction.
I also got COVID in March of last year, and you never got sick, so...
Yes.
From what I've gathered so far, that also has to do with how we were affected. Although my dad also got Moderna, and he also was sick last March, but he still got fevers and chills. My sister got fevers and chills, and she was a Moderna baby. My mom is coming up on her second dose, and she got Pfizer. So we're evenly split. So we'll see how she reacts, and maybe it's a Pfizer-Moderna thing.
Oh yeah, I think it's also dependent on how bad your illness was when you got this disease.
Yeah.
Sickness. It is a disease, right?
It's a disease, yeah.
Okay. Just want to get my terminology correct. And yeah, it's the viral load that you got and how sick you got. So that also affects how you're feeling after you get the vaccine. But I was down bad. It was honestly a fever dream. I got it on Saturday, my second shot, and then I was fine. The first time I had a lot of trouble with my arm, and then Saturday was completely fine. Saturday night, Sunday morning, I was out. I was having fevers, chills, nausea. I was waking up every hour on the hour, throwing up. It was rough. But then Sunday ended, and then I bounced back nothing happened, and I was like, that was a fever dream. Monday morning I woke up, and I was like, did yesterday happen?
Yeah.
But, now we just gotta wait 2 weeks to be fully effective and, virus-filled, basically. Oh, what a time. Who knew this is where we would end up? Who knew?
I mean, no one would think that you would also end up in stonks.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Well, I do know. I keep getting rejected from jobs that I'm applying to. And I was like, well, I need to figure out a way to make my money make money. So I did an intense 4-week course in 2 days on Coursera about the basics of finance and financial literacy and all that stuff. And I was like, well, investment? ? So I put in $20 into the stock market. Yeah, big money moves, right? And they've just lost me. I've been down $7. It's ridiculous.
I'm actually up. So I have $20 actually in stonks of companies that one of the companies is one that I got because my coworker referred me to the app, so they gave me here's
shares,
something in that. Yeah. That one is always up and down, so I really don't pay attention to that one because one day it'll be up and then the next day it'll be half of that, and then the day after will be triple that, and I'm like, alright, I'm not this isn't really my money for that one, so I'm not too worried. The other company that I did put money into, they've been trending up and up. I didn't put obviously too much money into it, so I'm like, do I put more? Do I risk it, or do I take it out and put it somewhere else? Because it's not a company that is like super well known. Like, it's not like an Apple or Tesla or something like that. It's like a smaller company, so I'm like, they could. And I remember the reason that I put money into it, because they had this new collection thing coming out, and I was like, oh, they're about to get hyped because of this, because it was pretty like common during the pandemic, so I was like, definitely, like, they're about to like go up. And I was right. They went up. And now they're kind of like steady, just staying about the same. So I'm like, is it time to like take my money out? Can I take my money out? I actually don't know how it works. They have my money, and that's as far as I have gotten. And then when it was time to file my taxes, she was like, do you do stocks? And I was like, yeah, but the app already told me, hey, you actually don't give us enough money to need to fill out any form, so you're good.
Yeah, no, I filed my taxes, and then it was literally a month after. I was like, maybe I should. But you're on Robinhood. This is no endorsement of any of these apps, by the way. This is just our experiences or what we've been doing. So you're on Robinhood, and I'm on Public. Oh, almost forgot the name there. So when I signed up, I got $5 for free in Tesla stock. And I can say that it has only gone down since I got it. And when you go to business school, as we did, you learn that when you're going into things like this, you have to think about a diverse portfolio. And basically what that means is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Also, to reiterate, please don't take financial advice from us, because we have no idea what we're doing. So diversifying your portfolio. I was like, all right, I have some in Tesla, which is like tech, car, automobile industry. What else can I look into? So Coursera, that website that I took the financial literacy course on, had recently gone public. So I was like, okay, you went public on Public. Let's, invest back into education. So I put $5 in that, and I think now we're at like $3.30 or something like that. Like, it tanked. But it's only been like a month or like 3-ish weeks. I don't remember.
I didn't know they went public. Now is the time for me to get some stonks into that, because like they also have been sending me like crazy amounts of emails like, these courses picked just for you. I mean, I can see why it declined, because like peak quarantine, people were home, so they were taking all these classes and doing all these things, but as time has gone by, people have gone back to work, so it's like less time. But now there's also that labor shortage, not work shortage, but a labor shortage. Wow, that's a tongue twister, which is wild to me. Like, I'm here for it. I'm here for all the people saying they don't want to go back to their crappy jobs where they got treated like absolute trash.
Yeah, no, I'm going to put more money in it just because it's like down. It's a more reasonable price to buy a whole stock. I don't have a whole stock in anything. Like, I'm still waiting for AMC to drop a little lower as well, because at the price point, I think as of right now, it's shuffling around $9 to $10. And Marvel just threw out phase 4 of their whole cinematic universe, and a lot of these movies are going to be in theaters only. So I'm guessing starting September time, once more people are vaccinated and places do open up more, the demand for movies are definitely going to go up, right? Because that's an experience people have missed greatly. So I want to put into the entertainment bubble, but I don't want to regret not putting in now, but I also don't want to put in at $10 when I know I have friends who bought for like $3.50 and stuff like that.
Got it. Yeah.
Oh, the trade-offs. But on the other side of the coin, I also got into crypto, which...
Yes.
Oh, I still can't explain it. I understand it a little more than I did before, but what a mess. What a absolute mess.
I mean, the one you specifically got into, no, you're totally good. I mean, I cut you off, but the one that you specifically got into, I think is hilarious, because I literally was reading an article the day before you were like, I'm a joke, look what I did. Like the day before that, I was reading an article about how, and I have been talking to my coworkers about how it had tanked, like it was super, super low, and then people inflated it like crazy, so it went crazy up. And similar to the GameStop stock, a lot of the apps, including the one that I'm on, Robinhood, I think that was like the main one, had frozen people from selling, and so people had all this
trading,
money,
buying, selling, doing anything basically with those coins.
With those coins, and they had been trying, and it kept saying like pending, or like we'll get back to you, and then slowly was declining again because people were selling or trading, and then so their like margin of profit was getting lower and lower. And I say margin of profit not really knowing 100% what that means, because I went to business school, so I took a lot of business classes, so I more or less know some of the terminology, but I actually know absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I think
but yeah.
it's a funny little bubble to be in because we went to school, we paid so much money for school, and I can't say I walked away with a lot. Like, I had to take another financial literacy course to understand, like, the 3 finance classes that I was required to take.
Yeah.
There's a disconnect there that should not be there. You know, I should have learned that in school and been able to apply that earlier. Like, I should have been trading since I was in school. You know, there should have been like a program where you're taking a finance 101 class, and one of the biggest topics is the stock market and NASDAQ, and we're right here in the center of it in New York City, right?
And we
the trading
had
floors are not that far. We had a trading floor in our school.
In our building, yeah. That was actually used when the actual trading floor went down. So, which was like a fun fact that they love to say.
And I never stepped foot in there.
Oh, I went once. And it was only because it was like a class. It was in one of the business classes, and they made us go and do like some stuff, and we went and they talked about it and stuff.
I wish. I still look at the numbers daily, and I'm like, these are just so arbitrary. I can't put any actual value to this. But I mean, now I hold $15 of, you know, Dogecoin. So, whatever that means. Oh, it's stressing me out, man. I just want my money to make money. And I should be choosing the more secure, like, CDs and long-term safe investment routes.
Right.
But I'm like, no. Give me the Shiba coin. Give me the meme coin.
Give me the Shiba coin. I need the instant gratification. I need to see it in action. But also, I'm still holding out hope that I will meet a eligible rich bachelor or bachelorette at this point, and
a glucose guardian, if you will.
Some kind of glucose guardian that will whisk me away from the ratchetness that is having to work for a living, and just let me be a 50s housewife, you know?
I mean, I put some money into... Okay, I say I put some money. I started on the basis of I'm not putting any of my real money into crypto. That was going really good until I made $40 from nothing. And then I was like, hey, if I can make $40 from nothing, if I put my real money in it, can make my $20, $40. You know, that's how they get you, right? Because these short-term trading investments, they're not investments. This is like daily gambling. And I see myself, you know, easily slipping. Like, I understand how this could be something that people fall into and why there's so much of a hype around it. I thankfully have some people in my life who are like, you're so dumb. And, you know, keeping me in check of being like, no more money into the dog coin. No.
Oh, okay. See, you have good people in your life, because I am the one that's like, you're so dumb for doing this. Do it some more. Do more. Let me join you in doing the stupid.
If it suddenly just brings me a bunch of money, well, we'll reap the benefits, you know? We're not going to talk about the sadness.
I don't need to be the rich one. I just need one of my very close friends and or sister to be the rich one. Then I can be rich by proxy. Like, through the power of osmosis, of course. Buy me a house, you know? Or Caitlin, I will live in her basement, you know, once she's a rich surgeon and whatever, you know? Like, I don't ask for much.
Yeah, that's how it works. The story checks out.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. I buy her shoes now so that when she's a surgeon, she buys me a house. Easy.
Yeah, it's a one-to-one. Totally, I see it.
Absolutely.
I'm just really happy that, like, I'm not going down this crypto path alone. I had actually put out a tweet, which was terrifying, being like, please explain this certain coin to me, because when I first got into it, I downloaded Coinbase, which it really depends on how into it you are. It's just an app that you can learn about crypto and start off really easy because you don't have to put any of your own money in. I made that $40 by watching videos and earning free rewards. But, like, it's not free because you're putting in your own time and energy, you know? It's a trade-off. But I put out a tweet being like, why do these certain coins have certain, you know, accruing daily rewards and stuff like that? And one of my friends I hadn't talked to in a really long time was like, was that a joke, or do you want me to explain? And I was like, yes, please, I'll take all the information that I can.
Please explain.
So shouts out to him, because he, like, gave me a pretty standard, like, breakdown of this is very stupid, but, you know, people are doing it, so if more people continue to do it, it'll continue to be a thing.
I was actually talking to my boss about it, because he had asked me, he was like, have you heard of this thing? And I laughed, and I was like, I have heard of this thing, yes. Is it Dogecoin or Dogecoin? How is it pronounced?
Doge.
Wow, I was off. Okay, so Dogecoin was asking me about it. Yeah. And so I was like, so here's the thing, right? I understand, but I have no idea what's happening at the same time.
Yes.
And he was like, so it's money, but it doesn't exist. And I'm like, yes. And he's like, okay. So we were, because he's watching this show on Netflix, which is similar to like crypto coins, where like they create this company that lends people money. Like, so people lend each other money, but there is no actual money. But you get lent this money, and it's taking like, you know, obviously like banks for a spin, because now people aren't borrowing from banks anymore. So we were trying to understand this whole thing. And so the conclusion we came to is that money isn't real, because money really, like if you think about it, like it's a piece of paper that we have deemed has value, which is the same thing as crypto, except there's nothing tangible. We've just deemed these things to have value, but they don't actually exist. Anyway, it was like a big confusing headache. It was also 8:30 in the morning.
That's the best time to have those conversations. But it's funny because like the whole concept of money and these things came about because people were just, they wanted to hoard the wealth, and they were like, hey, this is a thing that we can do. Because way back when, you had to just trade and barter. You were like, hey, I have this fish. I want 3 breads. It's like, you know, it's... Or like,
it's like, well, I can give you 2.5, man. Like...
But now it's like, hey, this is an NFT, and it has no value. But you can have your name saying that you own this thing for like $1 million. Sure.
But it's not actually yours. Like, come try to take it to your house. I dare you. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Coming from someone who just recently got into crypto, I think NFTs are the dumbest thing. And I also know that crypto has a very bad impact on the world. Because all these computers are running all the time to do all this mining. Mining being just these computers running algorithms and solving problems, etc. But it's so much power, so much energy going into this. Makes you double think of like, what am I doing really?
Yeah. I mean, that's just life though. Like, I wake up every morning like, what am I doing? And then I fix my hair, put my glasses on, choose which glasses I'm gonna wear today, what's the style. Then I go to work, question my life choices once more, and then I go home and question some more.
I think that's pretty much the cycle of what it is. Anyways, what an episode. Didn't mean for it to turn out into Finance 101, except we have no idea what we're doing. That's the entire title of the episode. But here we are. So happy to have you back for this episode. Going forward, we have no idea what the schedule is going to be looking like, so look forward to when things appear. No promises being made. But as always, thank you for watching, listening, doing all the things. Remember to do all the things, like, share, consider subscribing, and I hope you're staying well. Hope you've been getting vaccinated. Hope you're on the list somewhere, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.